Hello, Home Dogs. In today's video, we'll be talking about the return of Jared Leto's Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So first of all, the title of the Justice League Snyder Cut has been confirmed as Zack Snyder's Justice League. That is what this film, or series, will be listed as. We've also been aware that there have been reshoots going on for Zack Snyder's Justice League. My understanding is that this is not just the Snyder Cut of the Justice League that we saw in theaters. This isn't just a darker alternative to that, it is its own beast. It is Zack Snyder unleashed. He's doing exactly what he wants to do with this project with no compromises. And we know that Zack Snyder is a big fan of the DC universe, and it looks like we're getting a much more explorative film, as we will be seeing Jared Leto's Joker appearing as a villain in this project. Now, I've been pretty vocal in the past that Jared Leto is my least favorite Joker. Now, while in previous videos I was a lot more aggressive with my criticism towards film and other projects like that, I never really outright blamed it on Jared Leto. While I didn't think highly of the performance that we got in Suicide Squad, I did acknowledge that there were a lot of things working against Jared Leto in that role. Things that were probably quite out of his control, so suffice to say, I'm actually extremely happy to be hearing of the return of Jared Leto to this role. I always thought that there was potential in him as an actor to play the Joker. It's just what we got in the end was so far beyond the realm of what I ever wanted from the Joker. And that was partly also due to the film that he was in being Suicide Squad. A film that, as I now understand, had a lot of studio interference and was pretty much gutted of any kind of substance the film ever had. And the same applies to this version of the Joker. Now, the Joker, as we've seen him though, I don't think any amount of screen time is going to necessarily make him my idea of the Joker. This portrayal of the Joker was very zany and had a lot of face pulling going on, but in a way that was kind of more, it's a little bit weird and a little bit eerie, but it's also a little bit over the top. And not in a suitably Joker over the top kind of way where he's just having fun with himself. More, it felt like a cry for help. Yeah, we get it, you're crazy. We've all seen The Dark Knight by now. But I will be really interested to see how this Joker acts and behaves under director Zack Snyder. As you're all aware, I'm a huge fan of Zack Snyder as a director, and he, as a director in the DC universe, has been very, very devoted to having that DC comic aesthetic, so it does make me wonder if Jared Leto's Joker will be getting a new appearance in this version. I mean, Zack Snyder did say to Grace Randolph that his saga within the DC Extended Universe doesn't really connect to the DC Extended Universe. So Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Zack Snyder's Justice League are kind of their own beast, while everything that goes on around them, be it like the Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, Shazam, are more or less unaffected by anything that Zack Snyder himself contributes. So part of me wonders, will we be getting a Joker that's a bit more in line with the look of the Zack Snyder movies, where he's more kind of the Joker ripped straight from the pages of the comic books? Because put it this way, my ideal Joker is never going to wear a crocodile skin jacket with neon hair and the word damage tattooed to his forehead. And I still don't really think that fits necessarily side by side with Ben Affleck's Batman. I'm not saying he's not comic accurate, but he's a very unique interpretation of it, to say the least, as far as, you know, the appearance of this character goes. So I am really looking forward to seeing if Jared Leto is going to be getting a new appearance. As it is, David Ayer himself said he felt that tattooing damage to Jared Leto's forehead was a step too far. But at the same time, we know that Zack Snyder and David Ayer, or at least they seem to be, pretty pally on social media. So maybe this is kind of Zack Snyder's personal tribute to David Ayer, and he will leave that version of the Joker alone, as far as making changes to that character go. But it's also like, just my imagination's running wild. Do we think we'll actually see Batman and the Joker properly face off? Because another thing is, it's my understanding that Jared Leto's not the only person returning for these reshoots. It will also be, I believe, Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, and Amber Heard. I would honestly be surprised if Warner Brothers would allow Ray Fisher anywhere near a set ever again, given his crusade to take down studio corruption, which, full transparency, I'd fully support. But I think if Ben Affleck is back as well, there is a small chance we could be seeing Batman and the Joker face to face, and I would love that. We kind of almost got that in Suicide Squad, but not completely. Maybe this is kind of Zack Snyder's way of enabling the release the Ayer cut movement. As we know, David Ayer's been campaigning for his cut of Suicide Squad to be released as well, because it turns out Suicide Squad also got the Justice League treatment. So this could be Zack Snyder's way of almost kind of advertising that Ayer cut in this movie. Then there's Amber Heard returning, and I don't feel good about that. As a proven domestic abuser, she should be in jail, not in films, let alone playing a superheroine role model for girls. So yeah, not feeling good about that. But I am happy to hear that we've got Jared Leto back. Like, even if this is the last time we see his Joker, it's something more, you know? Maybe this is an opportunity for us as an audience to make peace with that version of the Joker. And we'll finally get to see what Jared Leto is truly capable of in this role. I'd imagine it would probably be for less screen time than was even in Suicide Squad, as, I mean, it's a Justice League movie, you know? It's not like we're going to be seeing much of the Joker, but I would say if he can make a better impression in the brief time he gets, that'll be enough. I'm just really hoping that to be the case, so then he can kind of take his place with the rest of the Jokers, you know, Jack Nicholson, Cesar Romero, Heath Ledger, Cameron Monaghan, the works. That he'll be a properly accepted Joker. And I mean, even if he's not my ideal Joker, even if he's still got that sort of, you know, tattooed look and everything, like, as long as the performance, you know, is more engaging this time, as long as we get a more interesting impression of this character, that should be enough for me. But of course, we will see in 2021. But either way, I've been saying, you know, I think the character of the Joker should have a little rest, but if it's just a small role in this movie and it allows us to make peace with the Jared Leto Joker, if it allows him to maybe even climb up our estimations, that will be a really, really, really great thing. But after that, unless we get like the Ayer cut or something, like, no more new movies featuring the Joker for a little bit, please. Let this character have a rest. I know that we've got the Batman film series coming up. Obviously, if he's anywhere in the Batman film series under Matt Reeves, it's gonna be a while until we actually see him, because as it is, the first film has been pushed back to 2022. It could be pushed back even further. We don't know what's going on with the pandemic right now. And then you gotta think, if he's in a sequel to that, that's gonna come at least a little ways after that first film. We're not gonna see a sequel until at least like 2024, I would imagine. So that does give us some time to just let this character rest in the public consciousness for a little bit, which I think is a good thing, because we've had quite an oversaturation of that character. But I'm more than fine with the Joker appearing in new cuts of existing movies. I'm all for that. Obviously, I'd love to see the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, see what Jared Leto's full performance was like. I believe he had like 40 minutes of screen time in the original, maybe more than that. David Ayer's been pretty vocal about what the studio did to Jared Leto's performance, and that, you know, he was completely stitched up by the studio. So I can't wait to see more of this in Zack Snyder's Justice League, even if I didn't like it the first time, and I really hope to see an Ayer cut on the horizon at some point. But what do you guys think? Comment below and discuss, and as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and in the description below are links to different social media feeds, as well as my Patreon and my channel membership join button, for if you are feeling extra supportive and extra generous. But of course, you don't have to do that, that's a big ask. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day.